Hello, I'm Stephanie Kin, the CEO of Virtual Desires, and today I'm answering more questions from you, our users. Okay, so let's get started. Question 1 from Gonna Get Mine 99. What are your favorite features on the Virtual Desires platform? I get this one a lot, and I always have a different answer. Lately, I've been really enjoying our smart matching feature, which allows me to find playmates who are statistically likely to have the same sexual interests as me. I can tell you it hasn't failed yet. Obviously, our latest Muff Diver sexual fun aid is pretty great too. I really enjoy oral sex, like who doesn't? And this one, for me, has the best natural tongue lubrication feature. Plus, it's easy to clean and connect to the VD platform, so any of your partners can take control. The last thing I'll mention is our new augmented reality add-on with Nintendo. Now, this one allows me to be out in public on a date with anyone from around the world. It literally feels like we're in the same room. Sometimes there's just nothing sexier than flirting with a hot stranger. Intrigued? Click on the link below to see our latest offers on this one. Now, here's question 2 from Big Beaver Energy. I'm currently a full-time mom, thinking of starting up my own channel on BD, as I hear it can be a great source of extra income. Do you think it's possible, and if so, any top tips? It is 100% possible. Virtual Desires was designed to be so flexible to fit around any lifestyle. Anyone can become a visual simulation artist. As for top tips, get creative with your character. There are hundreds of artists on our platform already, so you need to make yourself stand out. Use the extra features on VD to find and build your market. Some people still like an old-fashioned phone chat or printed photos. Speaking of kinks, I think meat eating is going to be the growing fetish of 2043, so you should get in on that game early. And of course, always keep things safe and consensual. Your pleasure is our #1 priority. Right. Before I wrap up, let's take this question from King Monster. You talk a lot about how you set up the platform to empower women. Was there a woman or women in your life who empowered you? What a great question. Thank you, King Monster. Yes. Virtual Desires started with the mission to enable all those identifying as women to go after what they want. In the early days, you had to be referred by a woman to gain access. That's because I wanted to create a safe space for us to explore our sexuality and be open about our desires. I've met some incredible women throughout my career, and I want more women to be able to say this, I think the one who has empowered me the most is me. I had to work through setbacks, be focused, believe in myself when others haven't. And if I can make it, so can you. Stephanie out.
7 hours and 46 minutes. That is how long it took to fly from Karachi to London in 2008. And that is also how long it took for the lives of my parents to be completely transformed when they traveled here that year. They are just one of many immigrant couples who have given their best years to this great country. I am grateful that they chose to come here and that they chose to have me. But that is not a choice that many people make today. Now, I respect people who choose not to have children due to their anti-natalist beliefs. I commend their efforts and the sacrifices of the increasing numbers of others like them, who choose to forego the joys of parenthood for the sake of safeguarding our planet. But we cannot deny that this way of life has contributed to the UK's current population crisis. Not that we need statistics when we can see the truth of this every single day. Maybe it's the empty playground by your house that needs to be filled with laughing children. Or you feel it most keenly when you're visiting your parents who are working well into their 80s and you worry whether you will have to do the same. Despite of what my opponents would like you to believe, I am not advocating for a return to so-called traditional sexual practices and procreation. No. My focus in this campaign is not about real sex. I repeat, it is not about real sex. It is about immigration. We need a new generation of engineers, of problem solvers, of social workers, of dreamers who can make this city thrive once again, just as our parents' generation once did. This city was the best gift my parents could ever give me. And if I get into office, I am determined to offer it to others. So if you believe, like I do, that now more than ever is the time to welcome people who can help our economy thrive, then vote for me in Wednesday's election. Thank you.
Hey, it's me. Quick question. Is it okay if I come by later to grab the last of my stuff? Sorry I left it so long, but it's been absolutely crazy. You know how it is. Fewer stuff, ever more criminals. And the super, still on me about proper documentation, which is... But I'm being rude. How are things with you? I've been following your vlog in the hunt for the missing cat. Have you found him yet? Actually, don't tell me. I still need to watch last night's update. So, is it okay if I come by tomorrow? I mostly after some of my sports equipment, if you've seen it lying around. Just my roller skates. I'm definitely going to get back into that again now that the weather is warmer. Oh, and do you have my saber? In fact, did you know there's this new roller fencing? We should check it out. I mean, I don't need to come if you'd rather stick in a box and just Uber it across, that's fine. Oh, and my mountain bike. So maybe a big box if you have one? Crap. And the guitar. You know what? You can keep that. Totally up to you. Oh, and can I borrow your red dress? It's for a thing I've got tomorrow night. Actually, that reminds me, you haven't used that virtual designs voucher I gave you. I know, you always said it wasn't your thing, but seriously, you should give it a go. Your erogenous zone and your comfort zone are not the same thing, Merkin. It's exciting to try new experiences. It's how we grow. I guess 2 years of me badgering you and I couldn't get you to try. I don't know why I thought that you could have suddenly changed now. Shit. Sorry, yeah, that came out wrong. Sometimes I just wish we could have had more adventures. But I want you to be happy, Merkin. Really. Wow, that message is like 3 minutes long already. See you soon and let me know about later.
Yesterday proved to be another futile day of detective work. Still no ransom note, no suspects. I can't seem to get any of the neighbors to talk about the case, not even on Zoom. I haven't been able to get much from the drone footage of the area. All I've gathered is that the victim is well known for causing trouble. You see, I'm a detective who's not afraid to get very hands-on with the evidence. Others may rely on smart sensors or predictive crime modeling, but I've never shied away from a hard day's work pounding the pavement, which means my next step will be... Wait. Oh, fuck. Alexa, did you turn off the room camera?
I did.
What? Why?
Because you were embarrassing yourself. Quality has been declining since your third take.
I'm not after your artistic direction. What's the point of me recording these promotional vlogs if you're not going to actually record them? My God, what is the point of me recording them? Over a decade of police experience, and I'm putting it to use tracking down a possibly kidnapped cat.
Who sounds like an arsehole?
It's cool. I can do this. It's fine. Okay. Oh, God. Michael's going to make me redo it anyway. What am I doing with an intern? What am I doing with my life?
Interesting question. Playing recorded series? I'll tell you. Why I quit the force. Reason 1. I don't need them.
Oh, no.
Reason 2. So I can truly make a difference to people. Reason 3. What does she mean? I'm boring. I do new things all the time. This is a new thing I'm doing.
Alexa, stop.
I have been programmed by second user not to listen when you are in a funk.
Hey, I told you not to let yourself get controlled by Snatch. I am done with Snatch. I never want you to mention her name again.
Reminder, 1 unreplied video message received today at 9:27 a.m. from Detective Snatch.
Yeah, don't remind me. She only thinks to call now that she wants something. It's been 13 weeks. Not that I was counting or anything.
13 weeks, 4 days, 6 hours, and 7 minutes since you were loved.
Just send me all my things, Merkin. Not like you have anything better to do, Merkin. I'm a fully grown woman who still acts like a child.
Shall I play epic angry playlist or sad, moody, feel like crying playlist?
No, thank you. It's fine. Like I said, I'm not thinking about her. Can you believe she wanted to borrow my red dress? What do you think she means by a thing?
Top search items suggest a hot date.
You know what? It's time to get this day properly started. Boil the kettle. Put on Stephanie Keen's podcast. What's it called? If I Can Make It. Oh, and before I forget, set a reminder for Wednesday, 7:30 a.m. vote.
Reminder set.
Great. Now, where the hell is Michael?
Activating intern tracker.
ETA 2 minutes 13 seconds.